So this is 10 Academic, Unit 1 PowerPoint. Don't forget that when listening to the PowerPoint or watching the PowerPoint, you should write down the words and their definitions. You can do that in one of your vocabulary apps, or you can do it on flashcards, or you can do it in a notebook, but you should definitely write them down and take notes as we're going through this PowerPoint. So our first word is ambidextrous. Ambidextrous means to be able to use both hands equally well and to be very skillful. So in the photo you see the man writing with both his right hand and his left hand, and he can do it as well with his right as with his left, so he's ambidextrous. Ambidextrous is sometimes used to describe athletes. An example would be a baseball player who is a switch hitter. So they can bat righty and lefty equally well, so they are ambidextrous. Deploy. Deploy is to position or arrange, to utilize, to form up, to organize. So in the photo you see the troops were being deployed for battle. So they were positioning for battle, or they were organizing themselves for battle. So to deploy. Gape. Gape is to stare at with open mouth. Or to open the mouth wide, so to gawk at something. Gape can be, an example would be, if you came home and there was a brand new car sitting in your driveway and you were just so shocked, your mouth dropped open. That would be an example of gaping. Guise. Guise is an external appearance, a cover, or a mask, so it's you hiding something underneath the appearance of what you are presenting on your face. So the example here is with a book, Julius Caesar, a play, Julius Caesar, that we will read later in this year, and it says that Brutus approached Caesar under the guise of friendship and then viciously stabbed him in the back. So the outward appearance, his guise was of friendship, but underneath he was very cruel. Pliable. Pliable is easily bent or flexible, or easily influenced. So something like what you see in the photo, the pipe cleaners are very pliable. You can bend them very easily. A gymnast's body, after years of training and preparation, their bodies are very pliable. They can bend, they can flip, they can twist, they can turn. Easily influenced would also be, you sway your decisions, you change your decisions based on maybe what other people say, or you're quick to change those decisions. You're easily influenced by what is going on or what is being said around you. Reiterate. Reiterate is to say again or to repeat. When a person reiterates something, they can either say the exact phrase over and over again, so I want my dinner, or they can just repeat the same idea over again. We as teachers often reiterate what we say to make sure that all students hear it. Sometimes we see people reiterate the same ideas in essays, even if it's phrased differently, it's the same ideas kind of over and over again. One example that you'll see listed on the bottom of the page is a toddler. You have to be really careful what you say around toddlers because they like to repeat or to reiterate everything that you say. Tentative. If you look at the photo, it gives you a good visual. Tentative is to be uncertain or hesitant. So the two pink figures are unsure of which way to go now that they are at a crossroads. So a lot of people feel tentative, if you're uncertain about making a certain decision, planning for your future, what to do maybe for a job or what to do for college, you're a little uncertain about it, you're hesitant to make a decision. Another example here is a runaway bride. A runaway bride would be very tentative about getting married, so maybe at the last minute she would change her mind and not walk down the aisle. Unkempt, again, a good visual in your picture here. Somebody who is unkempt is very sloppy, very disheveled, untidy, so messy, not looking put together. Like this guy has a scruffy beard, a shirt that's untucked, and it looks like pajama bottoms and slippers. So unkempt person, looks like they just got out of bed. You would not want to look unkempt when going for a job interview or, having an important day. So unkempt is generally not a good thing. Unless it says, example is a hippie, I guess, if you want to go for that look. Verbatim. So verbatim is to repeat word for word exactly as something is written or spoken. And the cartoon here says, I didn't write the report, I printed it directly from the internet, but I did all of the stapling and collating myself. So that's unfortunately what we also see sometimes, is that's an example of plagiarism. Plagiarism is taking something verbatim, word for word, and using it as your own. It can be, you quote something verbatim, so maybe you have a favorite movie and you quote certain phrases over and over, you're quoting it verbatim, you're quoting it exactly as it is said in the movie. Warily. Warily is an adverb. It is how you do something. So it is, in this case, warily is cautiously and with great care. And in the photo, you see the woman just dipping her toe into the pool. It looks like she, for whatever reason, is warily going into the water. So she's very cautiously, very carefully getting into that pool. Another example listed here is crossing a busy street. So you very carefully or cautiously cross that busy street.